More than sustain the lead, Greg. I think they'll start to put this thing away by pulling away.
Here's Young. Kept alive. Tries again. And the layup is up and in. Fisher's got 12.
Maybe with that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him.
Westbrook kicks to Banks. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Back to Westbrook. Down low. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Hardaway. He's been more than solid over the last month, averaging 12 points, 9 assists, and 2 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
For sure. Great anticipation. Peripheral vision is there. Natural talent as well. Really shining through.
Stolen by Cantor. Oh, and here we go with Durant. Nobody back. Rejected by Young. Lopez sets a screen for Young. To the middle. Here's Fisher. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Banks. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Nets trail by 6. Here's Fisher. And Durant sends it back. They recover it. The Nets have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6. And the first one drops. So both teams making some changes here. Brook Lopez hits them both. The Thunder leading by 4. Westbrook dishes to Banks. From outside the arc. Brooklyn with the rebound. Hardaway has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Tries from 16. Count that one. And that's now 6 points for Brook Lopez.
How about this run they're in the midst of, on the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead?
Has been an unreal turnaround, and I give a lot of credit to the defense right along with what they did on offense, because the defense actually gave them the spark they needed.
Now the feed to Henderson. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Oklahoma City's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Good.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Nets trail by 5. Hardaway passes to Young. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Hardaway has got 6 assists here tonight.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
The tray. No luck. The Nets go the other way with it. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And Young kicks to Hardaway. To tie. But they get it back. Young outside. Henderson dishes to Hardaway. Here's Henderson. He has 5. Young right side. 5 to shoot. Again, Young missing.
He's having a tough quarter scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
Outside Banks. They set the pick. Pass to Baldwin. There's a screen by Cantor. 3-pointer. It falls. And 3 more from Banks. Banks has got 12 now in this quarter.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Outside Hardaway. Baseline try. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Lopez.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme.
Here's Marjanovic. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Henderson, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Henderson against Banks. Inside, shot from 12. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Westbrook. Durant's got his first points of the game. Hardaway against Westbrook. The jump hook, the shot, no good. Durant, the shot misses. Shots continuing to... And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is up again. Tanner's checked in for the Thunder. Freak comes in for Jones. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for the Nets. Derek Williams comes in for Hardaway. So for Brooklyn now, Fisher is out there with Vonleh. Then there's Kufis. Then it's Young, and it's Williams at the 1. That's good, and the assist goes to Fisher. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Banks. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Nets trail by 10. Williams kicks to Vonleh to the inside. A nice shot by Kufis.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
Thunder have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Banks with the ball. Williams picks him up. And that one's good. And it's 7 points for O.J. Mayo.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And, Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them. Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Banks, no good. Nets trail by 9. Left side, Williams. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Kicks it to Fisher. To the paint. And he stops it. What a pass to set him up.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
It's Banks with the drive. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And that's really the change in our game. It's the overall athletic ability. I love those point guards that can throw it down.
Well, you've talked about that. That's a dose of the modern NBA, Greg. That kind of aerial ability isn't limited now to just the front court anymore.
That's exactly right.
You know, I look at it this way, guys. It seems to me there are more high flyers at guard than anywhere else in the league these days.
Off target from three-point range. Brooklyn's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Here's Fisher. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Another shot, and it's blocked. They get it back. Banks against Young. Banks, no good.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
And, Greg, I think they will. I mean, they're close enough to taste it. So they're going to keep that pressure on and keep coming at him.
Here's Fisher. Nails it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, that's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
Banks. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Talk about some great numbers for Freak. 37 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is pouring it in from three, guys. You know how much I love to see guys knocking down buckets.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Durant's checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Lopez, he's checked in for Kufis. Henderson comes in for Noah Vonleh. Hardaway is subbed in for Williams. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
I was able to listen in on what the Nets coach was going over with his team. His message, Don't even look at the score right now. We've got to make one play at a time and execute. That's how we'll take this thing home. Kevin, he's trying to keep them focused.
And thank you, Doris.
He hushed him up with that shot.
Well, a huge bucket there to stifle the crowd. You're right.
Yeah, very little to cheer about for them at the moment.
Here's Banks. Trifecta.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
24 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now we've got the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
And I don't need to tell you guys, those free throws are big. Two-possession game now.
Freak, you're the guy. Some good screens, tight passes now. Look, execute, let's put them away.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Banks against Hardaway. Good!
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
.16 seconds left in the game.
Time running low here.
A quick score, Greg, and then probably foul him right away.
And now we've got the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. It's Henderson on the wing. All alone. Nails it. And that's an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds, Clark.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by.
Well, guys, I'm here with Russell.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Freak. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight. Kenny, what did you think?
He was dazzling tonight, guys. Even his opponents were looking at him going, wow, you're tearing us up tonight.
Boom, boom, boom. That's right, Ernie. Instruments. This guy was instrumental tonight in making sure they avoided a second straight loss. They needed somebody to step up tonight, and he was their guy.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.